Hey everyone, Emily Reagan here. I have another awesome VA trick for you. You need to be able to combine your social media skills and your digital marketing skills to work behind the scenes for entrepreneurs. And this one is a really good example of how there is no just solid line that you don't cross. I really teach working inside the gray area where you're doing a little bit of everything to help the business owner. So today we are going to fix Wendy's link in bio. So if you look over here on the right, I'm going to try to make it big so it looks good. This is what her Instagram would look like. You could pretend like it's on a phone. We have a custom URL for her built onto her website that says click me. This right here is her landing page for anyone who comes to Instagram. And so a lot of times on Instagram, she'll say link in bio. And what she means is click over here, link in bio. So when you click it, you get a landing page we designed inside WordPress with her main buttons, her main freebies, her main calls to action, her podcast, her free Facebook group, her blog, and we also go ahead and link to some of her top most recent blogs too. So she wanted me to update this top button because she has a new freebie. And so I did. And I thought I would show you how I did it. And I also at the same time want to show Wendy how I did it so she can do it on her own. I like when my entrepreneurs and clients are autonomous and they can do it on their own. They don't have to call up a techie person to help them every little step. And I gladly help her, but sometimes I'm a little delayed doing it. Now it's good to have your own website for the link because then you get to that extra website put into your Instagram bio. Bear with me, I can speak English sometimes, but look, if she did a link tree or something else, it just wouldn't look as nice. It's nice to have her own domain, wendybatten.com, and then people will remember that and know that's her main website. But you could always use Linktree or the later program that does the landing pages for you, but this is a really good way right here. So let me show you what we would do. Now, the reason why this is confusing for Wendy and a lot of other people is this is a very popular WordPress theme called Divi, D-I-V-I, and it can look a little bit confusing if you're used to working in the classic Gutenberg WordPress. So let me show you. I have the page up. I'm already logged into her WordPress. You can see the black bar here, so it shows I'm logged in, and I'm going to come here to edit page. Don't let this blow your mind. It's not as difficult as it looks. So Divi is divided into sections. You can edit it in the back end, you can edit it in the front end, or you can go to the standard editor. Right now, we are in the back end of Divi. And so if I clicked on here, you would get a different editing view. The reason why people get confused is when you look on this, it's nuts. How you can be organized in Divi is actually name your blocks, name what you're building so you can go in and find it quicker. So when I first had this site for her, all of these buttons were not named, and now that I'm organized, they're named and it's easy to find. So this one is the new freebie I built. So I'm going to pull this up on a separate page so you can see. Bear with me for a second. So this is the image, it coordinates to her image. This is my name in business, it coordinates to her name in business. I just want people to know when they click over that it's still her from her Instagram page, especially because her Instagram handle is different than her website, which is now wendybatten.com. And then these are the buttons. And if you look here, each of these is a button too. So when I wanted to edit the button, you come here to the little gear and it looks like I'm editing the freebie one. That's because I labeled it. If you come down here to admin label, you can label each button and this will help you stay more organized. Otherwise, they're all gonna have the same name. It's gonna be really confusing. So let's start with the text. I put in here, new freebie, the shop owner's game plan. And over here, you can see it says freebie, shop owner's game plan. And then this is where I would change the link. I make sure it's opening in a new tab. I put in the link here and we're good to go. If I wanted to change the button color, which I did because I wanted this one to stand out, you come here to design and you can edit the different button styles here. There's a lot to do. There's a lot to click around and play with and learn, and it's just best to sometimes, click and then preview and watch what changed and learn. That's how I've done all of my WordPress training. I have never had a WordPress class or course between YouTube, between clicking and refreshing. I figure it out. So this is an easy one to do, and that's it. You make sure you click the OK button down here, and then there we go. So if I wanted to copy this button, so this is what I did when I made the new button. I came in here and I just duplicated it and it made a new one. I renamed it, I edited it, I put the new link in, and then that's how I do a button every single time. That way it's the same and I don't have to mess with the settings. I'm gonna go ahead and delete this extra freebie, we don't need it. So you're probably wondering, well, what's that gray one? Well, this gray one I disabled because it was a webinar, it was a masterclass, and it's no longer happening. So with the button, I came here to, let me see if I can remember, the three dots, and I came here to enable, and right now they're red, so they're disabled. But if I wanted to take down this, let's see, success path sales page, I should probably take that down. I'm going to come here. Yeah, it's down here at the bottom. Let's go ahead and take that off. I'm going to go here. I'm going to click disable and I'm going to turn it off cell phone, iPads, and desktops. And I'm also realizing some things are out of order. So I'm going to take her blog. Look, I clearly labeled it. This is the blog component. I'm going to take it and move it down here where it says latest blog. All right, so I'm going to click preview. And you'll see the changes. I'm going to pull it over here so you can see it. All right, so now we have no more buttons underneath the blog. So we moved up the DIY workshop. So that's awesome. I'm probably going to move it up even higher because it is a paid offer. So let's go ahead and put it above her thing. And then there we go. I also made this divider. I'm going to go ahead and copy the divider because it does give me a little extra space. Let's do clone. I'm going to slide the divider here where it's just above the latest blog. See that down here? I want a little bit of space under this. And I don't know why it says biz blog articles. That just looks weird. So let's edit that too. I'm going to come here to the gear and I'm going to take that out. I don't like caps. Okay, so let's click preview and it will refresh over here in this other window. There we go. We got a little bit of space here. I took out one of the buttons. I moved the workshop course up here and I fixed this. So this is how you would mess around with the buttons when you're in this view. Now let's click update and save it. It's really not that hard, but it is something business owners don't always have enough time to do. Quite often, all of my clients will say, hey, can you change my link in bio to this? And they don't always know what they're going to be talking about. If they don't have the swipe up feature in Instagram, they always have to say, go use my link in bio or DM me for the link. And this is a fast way just to have it ready because some people aren't going to actually DM. They're just going to want to go in and find it themselves. So you want to have it in that link in bio. So there we go. Now I wanted to show you really quickly the Divi theme. It can get confusing, but you're just really editing blocks. That's all it is. This is the overarching section. The row is tucked under it. If we wanted to see what it looked like on the front end, let me show you. It gets a little bit easier when you can visualize it. And this would probably help you when you're starting or your clients when they're starting to see what changes they're making. So here you go. So it's just a little bit harder to edit from this way. You can see it kind of is confusing when you see all these buttons that aren't really there showing up, and you can edit it by clicking on it just like you would do inside the other version and use the gear icon to edit things. So there we go. Okay, that should help you get a little bit of confidence when you're working inside the Divi theme, when you're helping your client with their Click Me Instagram profile page. So if you like this type of work, you should download my top 10 digital media VA tasks that I did in my business starting out. It will blow your mind about how simple some of these tasks are that business owners need help with. They just need someone who's going to do it. So start with that. The link is in the description and I'll see you around. Bye.